Hello and welcome to installation and configuration of DirectAccess. My name is Brian and I'm with Econo-PC Solutions. Today we're going to be talking in regards to DirectAccess and how to install and configure it. In all other YouTube videos you'll notice that servers are already completed. All they're just doing is setting up DirectAccess. And for people that are new to DirectAccess, have no idea how to actually configure it. So in this tutorial, I will be showing you step by step from scratch on how to install and configure DirectAccess. The only thing I have done on my server, on one of my servers, are install and configured Active Directory. So I have the domains configured already. But other than that, everything is scratch. A little bit about DirectAccess. DirectAccess has actually been out for about 6 years now, since the release of Windows Server 2008 R2 and Windows 7. DirectAccess is commonly used for allowing clients to actually connect to networks without the use of VPN. DirectAccess can be used mostly within the government system, so if you ever notice in police cars, their computers are having access through DirectAccess to connect to their clients since they're always out on the road. That is how they're connecting always to their networks. So what is DirectAccess? DirectAccess is an alternative to VPN. It is seamlessly connected to the network via the internet, and it's always connected. So what is the difference between VPN and DirectAccess? With VPN, you would need to manually connect to your network. With DirectAccess, you are automatically connected to your network when your computer connects to the internet. What servers are needed to run DirectAccess? For DirectAccess to work, you will need at minimum 3 servers. Those servers include your Active Directory, which will include your domain services, as well as your certificate authority. Your NLS server. An NLS is your network location server. It is used to determine if the client is located inside or outside the corporate network by pinging the server. If the server can be pinged, that entails that the client is actually within the network, and thus DirectAccess is not needed. If the client cannot ping the NLS server, that tells the DirectAccess server this client is located outside of the network and needs to be connected via DirectAccess. And you will need your DirectAccess server. Please note that for clients running Windows 10, Windows Server 2016 will be required on DirectAccess server. So what will be included in this tutorial? This tutorial will consist of 3 parts. Part 1, configuration of Active Directory and NLS location server. Part 2 will be installation and configuration of DirectAccess. And Part 3, we will be joining a workstation to domains and testing DirectAccess functionality. So let's go ahead and begin by Part 1, configuration of Active Directory and NLS servers. So we're going to go ahead and connect to our domain. This is our Active Directory domain server. So as you can see, the only thing I've done on here is installed and configured my Active Directory server, so I have my domain configured. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into our Active Directory users and computers. We will need to provide 2 organizational units as well as 2 security groups. So just so I can show how it's done, we're going to go ahead and delete these. So our first step will be putting in new organizational units. These are actually going to be what will be used to sort out the clients and the servers. So we're going to right-click on our domain. We're going to go to New Organizational Unit. And we're going to type in DirectAccess Clients. And we're also going to do this again. Right-click, New Organizational Unit. And we're going to do DirectAccess Servers. Okay. Now we're going to go into our users group, and we're going to create a security group, DirectAccess Clients, new group, DirectAccess Servers. Okay. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and we need to install our Certificate Authority Server role. So we're going to go ahead and click on Manage, Add Roles and Features. And we can go ahead and click Next. We're going to click Next again. And Next. We're going to also click on Active Directory Certificate Services. So we're going to put a checkbox here. And this is telling us that we need to install a few extra features. So we're just going to go ahead and click Add Features. We're going to click Next. And we're going to leave the features as default. So we're going to go ahead and click Next. Next. And we're only going to be clicking into Certification Authority. So we're going to go ahead and click Next and Install. Now, while the Certificate Authority Server role is being installed, we're going to go ahead and go into our NLS server and begin configurations on that. So in our NLS server, as you can see, it is still currently in a work group. So for now, we're going to go ahead and change that. Bring this into our domain. And as you see, we're welcome to the Econo-PCSolutions.com domain. So before I even begin on this, we're going to go ahead and going to go back into our Active Directory server. We're going to go to Tools, Active Directory Users and Computers. And as you can see, the server popped up here. So now we're going to move this to our organizational unit DirectAccess servers. We're going to click on Yes for this warning. We're also going to go to Users, DirectAccess Servers, the Members tab, and we're going to add this to our members as well. So we're going to remove the check marks, all except computers, NLS. And now we have it on our security groups. So we're going to click on Apply. OK. And now we're going to go ahead and go back to our NLS server. Click on OK. OK. And we're going to go ahead and reboot the server. So while this server is rebooting, we're going to go ahead and begin configuration of the Certification Authority server role. So as you can see on our flag, we got a warning symbol. That warning is just telling us we need to go ahead and configure it. So we're going to click on the link. And now we're in the configuration screen. So from here, we're just going to click on Next. We're going to put a check mark in the box next to Certification Authority. Click Next. And we're going to use enterprise grade certificate authority. So we're going to click next. And we're going to be using the root CA. So we're going to click next. We're going to create a new private key. So we're going to click next. And we're going to click next, 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 next. And in our confirmation screen, we're going to click on configure. And our configuration has been completed successfully. So we're going to be closing. And we're going to click on Tools, Certification Authority. And from here, we're going to go ahead and create two certificates. One will be for our DirectAccess server as well as clients. It is the IPsec certification saying that the clients have been authorized to use DirectAccess. So we're going to click on Certificate Templates, right-click, Manage. And from here, we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to Workstation Authentication. So we're going to right-click on that and click Duplicate Template. From here, we're going to remove the checkbox next to Show Resulting Changes. And for the Certification Authority, we're going to change this to Server 2008 R2. And you can leave it at default if you'd like, but whatever you set it for, it will only be good for that server and newer. So in this situation, we're only going to be using this for Windows 7 and up. So we're going to be doing Server 2008 R2 here. For certificate recipient, we're going to move this to Windows 7 and Server 2008 R2. We're going to go to the General tab, and we're going to give this a name. So I'm going to use DirectAccess IPsec. Now we're going to go to Subject Name. We're going to leave this as default, build from this Active Directory information. So in the subject name format, we're going to change that to DNS server, DNS name, and we're going to leave everything else as is. Now we're going to go into our Security tab. And from here, we're going to add those security groups that we have created. So we're going to do DirectAccess server and client. So I'm just going to abbreviate this. DIRE, semicolon, DIRE. Check names. And from here, we're just going to double click DirectAccess clients. And then we're going to do it again for DirectAccess servers. And as you can see, it makes it easier. I'm going to click OK. For DirectAccess clients, we're going to click on Enroll and Auto Enroll. And we will do the same for DirectAccess servers. Enroll, Auto Enroll. And then we're going to click Apply. OK. And as you can see, the new certificate has been created. So our next certificate we need to create will be for our NLS SSL certificate. So we're going to right-click on Web Server, Duplicate Template. Do the same thing. Remove the checkbox. We're going to select Server 2008 R2, Windows 7, and Server 2008 R2. In the General tab, we're going to create a new name for this as well. So I'm going to do DirectAccess NLS, and then we're just going to click on Subject Name. And for this one, it is set for Supply in the Request. So we are just going to leave this as is. We're going to go to Security tab. And instead of us using the DirectAccess servers and clients security group, we're just going to add the NLS computer. So we're going to click on Add, Object Types, remove the check marks, and we'll just add a check next to computers. Click OK. We're going to type in NLS, check names, OK. And for NLS, we're just going to select Enroll. Click Apply, OK. And we're done with this. So we're going to close this out. We're going to right-click Certificate Templates again. highlight New, Certificate Template to Issue, and we're going to select both those certificates we have just created, and just click OK. And that will be done with the Certification Authority server. Now we're going to create a group policy object, so that way once the computer connects to the network, it will automatically apply the certificates that we have done for the DirectAccess IPsec. So we're going to do Tools. We're going to go down to Group Policy Management. We're going to expand our forest, our domains, and we're going to right click on Group Policy Objects, New, and we're going to give this a name. So I'm going to do DirectAccess Certificate Auto Enroll. Click OK. And we're going to right click on the new object, and we're going to click on Edit. On the editing screen, we're going to expand Policies, Windows Settings, Security Settings, and we're going to go to Public Key Policies, and just double click on Certificate Services Client Auto Enrollment. From here, we're just going to go ahead under Configuration Model. We'll do Enabled, and we're going to put a check mark in each of these boxes. Apply, OK. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and X out of that. And we're also going to take this policy and we're going to drag and drop to DirectAccess Clients. And we're going to click OK for this message. And we're also going to set it for DirectAccess servers. OK. We will also create a new policy, Enable ICMP. And ICMP will be used for the networks, file sharing. So we're going to click on OK. We're going to edit this as well. We're going to go to Policies, Windows Settings, Security Settings, and we're going to go to Windows Firewall with Advanced Security, and we're going to expand this. Inbound Rules. We're going to right-click and do New Rules. We're going to select Predefined, and we're going to scroll down to File and Printer Sharing. Click Next, and we're going to leave everything as default. So click Next, ensure that Allow Connection is selected, and click Finish. We will also do this with the outbound rules. So go to Outbound Rules, right-click, New Rule, Predefined, and we're going to go back to File and Printer Sharing. Next, leave everything as default. We're also going to allow the connection and finish. And that takes care of that. So we're going to X out of this. And we will also apply this to both the clients as well as the servers. That's it for group policy for now. So let's go ahead and reconnect to our NLS server. All right, with our NLS server backup, we will begin by the only role we need to install here will be our IIS server. So before we actually install the IIS, we're going to confirm that our server is connected under the DirectAccess server security group. So we're going to click on Start, PowerShell. What we'll do is we're going to run a GP update/force. And this does take a moment to run. Okay. And that has finished. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to do GP result-R. Press enter. And as you can see, this server is enrolled into the DirectAccess server security group. And we also have the DirectAccess certificate auto-enroll and enable ICMP. So we're going to come down and we're going to do certlm.msc. From here, we're going to expand personal certificates. And as you can see, we have NLS certificate, and this is coming from our DirectAccess IPsec certificate that we have created earlier. So now we need to go into personal, right-click, all tasks, and we're going to request a new certificate. We're going to click next, and we're going to leave everything here as default, so we're going to click next. And as you can see, we have DirectAccess NLS, but as you can see here, we're going to need to enter more information for this server. So we're going to click this link, and the only thing you have to do at minimum is scroll down to common name. And from here, we're just going to do the nls.econo-pcsolutions.com and click add. Then we're going to go in general. We're just going to give this a friendly name. So we're going to do DirectAccess NLS SSL. Click apply and OK. And now we can put check marks here. And then we're going to go ahead and click enroll. And as you can see, the status has completed successfully. And we can confirm that by now we have 2 certificates. And we have DirectAccess NLS. So we can go ahead and close this out. And to go ahead and install the IIS, we're going to go to Manage, Add Roles and Features, Next, 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 and we're going to scroll down until we get to Web Server, IIS. And as you can see, it's telling us we need to add additional features, which is basically the management console. So we're going to click on Add Features. Click Next. We're going to leave the features as default. Click Next. And Next. And this is our features for the IIS, and we're going to leave those as default. So we're going to click Next and Install. And this will actually just take a single moment. All right. So as you can see, the installation has completed successfully. So we're going to go ahead and click Close. And now we're going to go to Tools, Internet Information Services, or IIS Manager. From here, we're just going to expand our server. And we're going to expand sites, default websites, and we're going to go to bindings. Here we're going to bind that SSL certificate we created for NLS. So we're going to click on Add. We're going to change our type to HTTPS. And for the host name, we're just going to type in nls.econopcsolutions.com. And for SSL certificate, we're going to ensure that DirectAccess NLS SSL is selected. And we're going to click OK and close. And that's basically it. And then we're going to go back to PowerShell. We're going to give this an IIS reset command. And your IIS is now reset. So that completes part 1 of our tutorial. Please join us next time for part 2. And that will be configuration and installation of DirectAccess